I've been far.
Now I'm close.
Now I'm close.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
Breath and skin.
Breath and skin.
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Mother, I need some help tonight.
Mother, I need some help tonight.
What went wrong?
What went wrong?
Soon be right.
Soon be right.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
Breath and skin.
Breath and skin.
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Well, just in time for the clocks to move forward back to summertime, for spring to truly arrive, we have discovered a third verse for Erev Bar, ending with, of course, the word night falls, night falls. Night has almost fallen, although next week probably it will be significantly lighter still. But nonetheless, we welcome the night, we welcome Shabbat, a special Shabbat, a Shabbat that will lead us straight into the festival of Pesach, straight into the Chag. And so together we welcome this extended special time If you have your own candles, then please do join me in lighting the Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom to you all. And from the beauty of the evening and the night falling, we now go out as if it were still daytime, but and celebrate out in the fields. Ya'aloz sadai, v'chol asher bo, az yirenanenu kol atze ya'a. Ya'aloz sadai, v'chol asher bo, ya'aloz sadai, ya'aloz sadai, v'chol asher bo, ya'aloz sadai, az yiranenu kol atze ya'a, 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 ya'aloz sadai, v'chol asher bo, ya'aloz sadai, ya'aloz sadai, v'chol asher bo, ya'aloz sadai, az yiranenu kol atze ya'a, 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 ya'aloz sadai, v'chol asher bo, ya'aloz sadai, ya'aloz sadai, v'chol asher bo, ya'aloz sadai, dancing in the fields with us tonight and singing, I know, in harmony, all of our friends and our fellow Jews in Lviv and Lutsk and those in between, and probably in the cities of Pilsen and Prague and so many other spaces around the world. Today I was communicating with our twin communities in Lviv and Lutsk, and we especially think of you at this time, in very difficult times in Ukraine. We hope sincerely that soon there will be more light, more freedom for your lives, at least sensible freedom, because I understand it's not always practiced so well in your country. And so tonight, with the Teva community of Lviv and the progressive Jewish community of Lutsk and all of our sisters and brothers around the world, together let us welcome in the Sabbath bride, a joy into our life. Lechadodi lechrat ka'ala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamo b'zacho b'dibor echad, ishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shemo tiferet v'litzilah. Lechadodi lechrat ka'ala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. נעשה במחשבת קהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. היתורי, כי בהורק ובהורי, אורי שדברי. כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Would you please rise?
Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Praise the one to whom our praise is due.
We praise the Eternal One, to whom our praise is due forever.
And please be seated. We can very much hear those in the Ukraine now singing in harmony with us through all of the messages which are being sent to us. It's so wonderful to join our voices together. And for also our Hebrew classes who missed out last week because we missed out Ma'ariv Aravim, now to be able to read with us these words.
Yeah, although they are a different version,
They are
you probably practiced, I
Oh,
guess.
yes, they are actually. At least the first two are
Just to give a challenge to the Hebrew class.
There we go. At least the first couple of first two words are the same.
הבה נברכך את השכל ואת הסדר, הממלא את כל הטבע אשר בחוקיו, מעריב ערבים, בחוכמה נפתחים שערים, ובתבונה משתנים עיתים, ומתחלפים הזמנים, ומסתובבים הכוכבים במשמרותיהם, ברקיע, קיט ועם. עוברים יום ולילה, נגלל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור. עובר יום ונופל לילה, ומבדילים בין יום ובין לילה, ומסהירים צבאות השמיים. הבה נברכה את כבוד הטבע, המעריב ערבים.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, אמר אהבתה, תורת ומצוות,
rise as we open the Ark for the Shema. Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol ma'odecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'v'lechtecha b'derech, u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha, u'kshaltam le'od al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot beinenecha, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. אני אדוני, אני אדוני, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אני אדוני, אני אדוני, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני, אני אדוני, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אני אדוני, אני אדוני, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני, אני אדוני, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אני אדוני, אני אדוני, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Please be seated.
And Miriam sang God's song. It rose like smoke, a pillar of fire. And Miriam sang her brother's song, wild, jubilant, free at last. And Miriam sang her mother's song, a lullaby, a love song. And Miriam sang the people's song, soft and loud and wild all at once. The song lifted her feet, her voice soared. And the people's song, her mother's song, her brother's song, God's song, they poured from the prophet as she danced. The seabed was rock-strewn, blood and dust, emet. Miriam danced on sharp-edged stones, arm lifted, and ribbons of fire caught the light, caught the eyes of the people as she swept them across the desert sea. As she danced, her feet bled. Her lifted arms were weary, but she sang faith and freedom. She sang love, sang celebration, fear surrender.
O mi chamocha va'elim Adonai. O mi chamocha nadav hakodesh. Nora tekilot osef eleh. Nora tekilot osef eleh. Ozi vezimrat yah vayakili lishua. 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 Adonai yimloch leolam vaed. Adonai yimloch leolam Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim.
Grant, eternal God, that we may lie down in peace, and let us rise up to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your wise counsel, and for your name's sake be our help. Shield us from sickness and war, from famine and distress, and keep us from wrongdoing. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you are our guardian and deliverer, a gracious and merciful God. Guard our going out and our coming in, that now and always we may have life and peace.
Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'alkol, yoshvei tevel. If you'd like to rise, then please do. praise you, Eternal One, our God,
and
God of our ancestors,
of
of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob,
of
of
Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah. Great and mighty, awesome and exalted God, you deal kindly with us and embrace us all.
You remember the faithfulness of our ancestors, and in love bring redemption to their children's children, for the sake of your name.
For you are our sovereign and helper, our Redeemer and shield. We praise you, O God, shield of Abraham and protector of Sarah.
Ad Gibora le'olam Shaddai, Machaya metim at Rabba lehoshia, Mashiva haruach u'morida hageshem, Mazricha hashemesh u'morida hatal. Mehakelet chayim b'chesed, Mechaya metim b'rachamim rabim. Somechet noflim b'rofet choadim, u'matira rasurim, u'mekayemet emunata l'shenei afar. Mi chamo ba'alat gevurot, u'mido malah. Gevura memita u'machaya u'matzmicha Yeshua.
ונאמנה את להחיות מתים, ברוכה את שדי מחיה המתים. קדוש אתה ונורא שמך, ואין לנו אלוה מבלעדיך, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם, ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת שבת וינפש, שבת שבת וינפש, שבת שבת Shabbat We join our voices together. Our God and God of our ancestors, may our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. In your gracious love, Eternal One, let the holiness of your Sabbath enter our hearts. May all Israel who hallow your name be exalted by its peace. We praise you, Eternal One, for the holiness of the Sabbath.
רוצה אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל, ותפילתם באהבה תקבל, ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך. ברוך אתה אדוני, שאותך לבדך, ויראה נעבוד. מודים אנחנו לך, שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו לעולם ועד. צור חיינו מגן אישנו, אתה הוא לדור ודור. נודה לך ונספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלותיך וטובותיך, שבכל עת ערב ובוקר וצהריים. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך הדור, לכל השלום. אתה הוא מלך הדור, לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני, עושה השלום.
We'll take some time for silent prayer.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי, Adonai Suri, Adonai Suri, V'goali. Adonai Suri, Adonai Suri, Adonai Suri, V'goali. Yihyu l'ratzon imrei pi Most High source of perfect peace, grant peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world. As our thoughts turn to Pesach, and I know that speaking to many and messaging with many today, there was a lot of clearing out of houses and kitchens and rooms to lots of different degrees. So much so that Rabbi Leah apologized when she arrived here. I said, you don't need to apologize for being here. You were always early anyway. But doing just a little bit of cleaning and maybe some baking and for me some charoset making today. When we often think about Pesach, I think for many of us, of family and getting together. And of course, we can't do that in the same way this year. Normally we do so, and sometimes at the cost of thinking more externally. During my times in Alpsnik, the precursor to LJY Netzer, our youth movement, we used to have a third night Seder. After our family ones and our communal ones, then just getting together. And on those evenings we remembered especially issues of social action and social justice. In my day, in Richard's day, it was very much about apartheid in South Africa. Some people going out and spending time outside South Africa House, protesting there. I remember the stickers. I remember the flags, Jews against apartheid. So what of this year? There's become a trend of putting different things on the Seder table. Lots of different symbols. I've lost track totally, and thanks to the Exploring Judaism class for sending me sort of schemas as to what one could put on for various different causes. One this year that has been championed by René Cassin, a Jewish organisation in this country championing human rights, is to have something yellow on our tables, on our plates. Perhaps they suggest some yellow raisins or a yellow thread. This year, a reminder that still in our world we have genocide going on. That in China, in a certain state, there is the persecution and what many have called a genocide of the Uyghur Muslims and other minority groups. My cousin Jane Vuglar, a member of the Ark Synagogue, has been prolifically writing poetry at this time. And today, just out of the blue, she wrote this piece. It's still not quite sure of what the title is, but we've called it The Yellow Thread, bringing together the themes at this time.
Two hands, yellow thread. There is a thread that binds us one to another, yellow as a Star of David when the Holocaust beckoned. Those who lived remember, we who wear our Stars of David on the thin chains of history. Yellow, the sweet raisins, wine, apples, almond, honey. Our Horosit mortar for sun-dried brick, built with the torn hands of slavery. There is a thread that binds us Jews, we who fled across the sea of reeds to freedom, with those still shackled by fear and prejudice, with the Uyghurs in lands that deny their existence. A thin yellow thread of cotton, a few raisins on a Pesach plate. Like a hand clap for exhausted nurses on their way to the food bank, it is not enough. A gesture. But gestures matter. They presage change when enough people remember to care.
Today, thanks to all of the pressures from the Jewish community and many others, the government has changed its stance and chosen to join in with other European countries to bring sanctions against China, to raise the issue of the Uyghur Muslims. As we now turn to our concluding prayers, looking as the Seder does towards its ends, towards messianic age, a time when all might be redeemed, we think of what we can do, l'taken olam, to perfect, to repair the world. Do you please rise? We say together, Aleinu l'shabach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, אשר שם חלקנו לייחד את שמו, וגורלנו להמליך מלכותו.
On this day, let us dedicate ourselves anew to the task that our ancestors tried in all their higher moments to fulfill, to bring nearer a time when all your children will understand that they are brothers and sisters, so that one in spirit and fellowship they may be forever united before you. Then shall your sovereignty be established on earth, and the word of your prophet shall be fulfilled.
Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. We remember those who died in recent days and those who died at this time of the year, in years gone by. In our community, we recall the yahrzeits of Bernard Cohen, the husband of Joan, father of Nicole, Darren, and Gary. Charles Samuel, the father of Tony and Susan. Evelyn Alinek, the mother of Amanda Dinney. Lawrence Selman, son of Phyllis, husband of Alison and father for Anthony and Bianca. Leslie Sherman, the father of Murray. Richard Val, the father of Celia Navala Meyer and husband of Ruth. Sandra Lawrence, the mother of Vanessa Lawrence French and grandmother of Damien and Ethan. And Yvonne Heyman, the mother of Susan Frace. Zecher Tzadikim Livracha. May all that was dear and good in their lives endure always as a blessing and as a continual influence for good. As we say together, Yitgadal Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, Ve'alma Divrach Yerutei V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayachon V'yomechon V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, V'agalav V'zman Kariv V'imru, Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mavarach Le'olam U'Lalmei Almaya. Yitparach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh. V'yitada V'yitalei V'yitalal Shemei D'Kudesha B'richu. Ve'ela min kol birchata V'shirata. Tushbechata V'nechemata. Da'amiran Ba'alma V'imru. Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol b'nei Adam, v'imru, Amen. May great peace descend from heaven, and abundant life be granted to us, to all Israel, to all peoples, and to all those who mourn. And together let us say, Amen. It is palpable the love that is being felt through our congregation this evening. It is quite incredible the number of rabbis we have with us as well.
Absolutely,
Shabbat
always a
shalom
pleasure.
to
Shabbat shalom to
Rabbi
all colleagues.
Rabbi Yuval and Rabbi Howard Berman, and to, of course, Dad. And, well, we've always, if somebody else wants to out themselves as well, we might actually have a double baked in. There's also so much love for all those who are remembering yahrzeits, and some first yahrzeits, people who were unable to gather together to commemorate in the numbers that they might have done at funerals. Please do come and join us for Kiddush afterwards and be together. For all of our members, you should be able to look at your weekly emails to see all the different details for all of the Pesach arrangements.
Seder services.
Yeah.
All the services are 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And
if you
otherwise, if you're confused, clergy@arksynagogue.org, and we'll.
that
check
goes for
that.
those who are just we're joining us this evening, but would like to join us for a Seder in some shape or form as well. Well, we've got our double baked in because Andrea's joining us.
Yeah,
this evening as
although student rabbi, I'm not sure if we can. Almost.
maybe we've got another student rabbi who can double up and that'll make
Absolutely, 2 student rabbis will do the trick.
But we're extending that theme of love and concluding this evening's service with the words of Song of Song, the Megillah, the special reading for Pesach. We're starting just a little bit early to get ourselves in the mood. Let us all join our voices together with these beautiful words of love. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, Mother, this world is strange.
Oh, Mother, this world is strange.
Love me, Mother, and make me brave.
Love me, Mother, and make me brave.
In my dream,
In my dream,
or on the stage.
or on this stage.
Oh, Mother, this world is strange.
Oh, Mother, this world is strange.
Tell me, Mother, can you hear me sing?
Tell me, Mother, can you hear